the north and east. That's going to keep it through areas like Plantersville and just off toward the west of Pawleys Island. So again, some of the areas that are going to be impacted, it looks like one of the main areas is going to be Plantersville as we head toward the next couple of minutes. So again, this storm is moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. So we're looking at Ann in 21 minutes, Gilliard in about 32 minutes, Plantersville again in about 38 minutes. So again, we are looking at that storm continuing to move off toward the northeast pretty quickly at about 55 miles per hour. At this point, this is a radar indicated tornado. So we've not gotten any kind of confirmation that there is actually a tornado on the ground, but again, radar is indicating that there is some rotation, and we are seeing some lightning with this thunderstorm as well. And again, it looks like that rotation, let's see, located west of Georgetown and moving northeast. So again, we're trying to see if we can see, I'm not seeing anything. Dave, I wonder if are you looking at it from the Wilmington? Looks like right there is where they're saying, and then it would move northeast toward Plantersville. So again, that's where it looks like we're seeing the rotation right now. Sometimes we see kind of a clear picture, but obviously I'm not seeing anything real clear. Are you, Dave?
No, not really.
We're trying to, yeah. See, this is tough. I did this last week when we had the tornado warning for Williamsburg. So the issue when you get into Williamsburg and Georgetown County is that, again, we're kind of on the edge of the Charleston radar and then also on the outskirts of the Wilmington radar as well. So sometimes don't get quite as clear of a picture. And with this setup, again, we're probably not going to see a classic. All right, here's a Georgetown live camera right now, and certainly looking very stormy, but not seeing a tornado. And again, with this kind of setup, again, could be brief if anything makes it to the ground. So a live look there up in Georgetown. Again, this is going to move quickly, moving off toward the northeast at 55 miles per hour. So if you're watching us from Georgetown County, you live in areas around Plantersville, here's what I want you to do. So I want you to turn up your TV as loud as you can and get to that safe spot. So what is that safe spot going to be? It's going to be a room on the lowest level of your home with no windows. So we want to see, maybe that's a laundry room, maybe that's a bathroom, maybe that's a closet. Again, but we want you to get into your safe place. And then you can turn the TV up and you can hear what we're saying, and we're going to walk you through this. So we've got another about 20 minutes for this tornado warning. Again, Plantersville, kind of right along Highway 701 is where we're looking at potential impact from this thunderstorm. So yeah, there we can see the rotation right there. So between Dunbar, Gilliard, and kind of heading, and it looks like it's mainly going to be on the west side of Plantersville. And again, it's going to move kind of right along. Looks like it's going to, wouldn't you say, kind of parallel to 701, Dave?
Pretty much.
701, yeah. So looks like Ann is fine. Again, it's going to be really kind of between Dunbar, Gilliard, and really kind of on the west side of Plantersville. And all of the storms today have been moving off toward the north and east. That has just been the general direction of everything. And so we've got a tornado watch for Georgetown and Williamsburg counties, and then for areas up into Horry County, and that extends up into southeastern North Carolina. But most of our area is going to luck out today. But again, this is the only active warning we've had today so far. Hopefully this is the only warning that we see across the area. Waiting to see if there's anything that's come in from the National Weather Service. Again, this is actually out of the National Weather Service in Wilmington. So keep in mind we have some counties where Wilmington takes over, and this is going to be one of those. So we've got the tornado watch until 8 o'clock, but right now, again, we're looking at that tornado warning until 3:15. That storm moving northeast at 55. Not seeing anything. Man, I wish we had a clearer picture there. A little bit. I can't really. You know, ideally we'd like to see the reds and the greens, right, in a classic setup. So the wind's coming toward, wind's coming away, showing us that rotation. But with these kind of potentially brief spin-up tornadoes. It's really hard to get a good signature, but man, this is moving very quickly. So I would say it's pretty much just almost due west of Plantersville right now, wouldn't you, Dave? Looks like that's where it's moving. A little bit of lightning with it. Yeah, just a little bit south and west, but it's moving so quickly. It's pretty much going to be west of there pretty soon. And then we've got, and this is kind of on the southern edge of that thunderstorm. And then we're seeing some of that heavy rain lightning as folks are heading up toward Bucksport. But again, tornado warning for northeastern Georgetown County. If you're just tuning in, Plantersville going to be the main ones. I don't know, Dave, if we want to kind of zoom in and see if it's going to pick up on some other communities maybe that we're seeing. Not getting anything from the National Weather Service. So some road names, yeah, pretty rural area it looks like. I see Ford Village kind of off toward the east. Plantersville Road going to be one of the main ones. So if you're listening to us right now and you have a friend or a family member that you know lives in this area, do me a favor, give them a call, give them a text to let them know what's going on. Hopefully they already got an alert from their weather radio or from their cell phone. Again, a lot of times these days we get those on our cell phones, which is fantastic because, you know, people are not going to be able to, you know, avoid or ignore the weather. So again, we're looking at this tornado warning for northeastern Georgetown County. Again, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Again, you want to get to your safe place if you're watching us. And for everybody else, again, we had a tornado watch earlier for Dorchester and Colleton County. That was allowed to expire at 2 o'clock. So it's really just kind of on the northern edge of the area where we're looking at, again, that possibility for a tornado. Again, still no confirmation, National Weather Service at this point. All right, now we're looking at velocity. So
Not a whole lot.
yeah, I'm not seeing. Yeah, I wish we could see like a clear signature, but yeah, not looking like it. But more than likely, we're going to have some gusty winds within this thunderstorm as well. And you know, I've been watching this line as it's approaching, and then even ahead of it. Again, I've been watching the storms, and everything has been producing wind. I have not seen any confirmed or any possible tornadoes reported up to this point. In fact, this is the first tornado warning I have really seen this morning. We've mainly seen severe thunderstorm warnings as this whole entire system moves east toward the low country. So Plantersville, really kind of the main area there and just west of Highway 701. And it looks like eventually it may try to kind of cross over, was that 261?
Yep.
261. So again, this is going to stay east of Allentown, and then it looks like if it stays on its track, would also stay west of Bucksport. So at that point, it would be making its way out of Georgetown County. Again, if you're watching us from Georgieville, Murrells Inlet, Garden City, again, you guys are well east of this storm, so not going to be impacting you guys. But you can see Gilliard, Plantersville, would you say Johanna?
Yep.
Johanna? All right, here's another live look at Georgetown, and certainly seeing the clouds rolling in, but not seeing any clear signs of rotation or funnel cloud or anything like that, which, you know, is good news. Would rather be safe than sorry, and a lot of times when we issue these warnings, again, yeah, we're just going based on radar, and again, the National Weather Service is going to play it safe. We're always going to play it safe when it comes to people's safety. So yeah, it looks like that rotation's moved up, and now it's right around Plantersville. There's that line. So again, all of this is ahead of the front, and yep, there we go, right there, making its way through the upstate, and behind it, some folks getting snow. We're not going to get that. We're going to get this little bit of severe weather, and Dave, I think this is going to be about it for us for severe weather, because then look at the rest of that. It's really just rain, and then there have been those severe thunderstorms, and those are going to move offshore and stay south of roughly Savannah, but then up into eastern North Carolina. There have been some nasty storms that have been moving through, but again, just that one tornado warning right now for northeastern Georgetown County. And again, they're going to kind of, so if you're south of Plantersville, you're good. I mean, that cell has moved north of you guys. So really kind of we're approaching the intersection of, and it really looks like it's falling apart, really near the intersection of 701 and 261. Also heading kind of in the general direction of Bucksport there and Uhanna. So I would say that's kind of where the system is right now. And again, being in between the two radar sites, and just with this current setup, we're not going to see like likely a clear depiction on velocity. The wind coming toward and away from the radar. And again, you get that, again, what we call a couplet. So just waiting to see if there's anything. They did go ahead and issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Horry County, just north of that. Not seeing anything. Let me just see if they've got any new updates here. We've still got about till 3:15, so about another 12 minutes here. We'll continue to stay on the air. Yeah, there you can see they've issued severe thunderstorm warnings as folks move into Horry County. So that's going to be the next county you move into after Georgetown. So that's the county that Myrtle Beach is in. So Bucksport right along the line there and right along Highway 701. Looks like it's almost outside. I bet they're going to have to cancel this warning maybe a little bit early. So again, if you're watching us, maybe just tuning in, we've got a tornado warning for northeastern Georgetown County. And if you're south of Plantersville, you're in the clear right now. You can get out of your safe place. And again, this is moving so quickly. Moving northeast at 50 to 55. So we got an update here at, so moving, yeah, still moving northeast at 50. Gosh, it's almost moving out of the county now, Dave. Looks like it's closer to 261. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm starting to
Think that it's
there's some rotation farther west than that. Back along 261, back toward Pleasant Hill. Let me go ahead and see if I can circle that.
Yeah,
here.
it does look like it's kind of moving. Yeah, I see what you're looking at. Okay, yeah.
So we can go ahead and circle that.
Yeah, we're going to circle the area here that we're watching. So again, this is going to put us north and west of Plantersville at this point. So really between there and Pleasant Hill, that little hook that we're looking at.
Getting ready to move into Marion and Horry County.
Yep, yep.
Extreme northern Georgetown and Williamsburg County.
Yeah, so we're kind of getting on the edge of that. Does it look like they just canceled it? Did you turn it off? Okay, they canceled it. Okay. All right. So thanks for staying with us. Again, hopefully this will be our last tornado warning. But as we know, Tornado Watch continues for Georgetown and Williamsburg counties until 8 o'clock tonight. Dave Williams and myself will be here keeping you safe. But for now, we're going to turn you back to regular programming.